Hello, my sweet friends. Welcome to DIY with Nadia, and welcome to another Wreath Wednesday. Today, I'm making a white pumpkin using white Deco mesh from the Dollar Tree and also using the Nadia method. Let's get started. For today's wreath, I'm going to be using this pumpkin wreath form from the Dollar Tree. And Dollar Tree has been getting these in the last few years. And just so you guys know, look how big this thing is. It's 17.5 inches wide. Our regular wreath form, like the metal wreath form from the Dollar Tree, is 14 inches, the standard one at least. And so just so you know how ginormous this is and what an amazing deal this is for $1. For the mesh, I'm going to be using this white Deco mesh from the Dollar Tree. And at the end, I will let you know how many rolls I'm going to use because I'm using the Nadia method, and I developed the method around winter, but I'm guessing at least 4, so that is what I'm going to start off with. Because we are working with white mesh, I am going to spray paint this only once. I'm going to spray paint the back first, let it dry, then the front, let it dry, and then I'm going to be using this clear Rust-Oleum enamel to seal it in. And for paint, this is what I usually use, is the white paint and primer. So this is the primer, and I have the paint separate. My pumpkin wreath form is painted, and I'm going to put it to the side. Now I'm going to grab some of these pipe cleaners or chenille stems, and these come 45 in a pack from the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to fold these in thirds, which will give me 4-inch stems. If you go any longer, like, fold these in half, you're going to end up cutting most of it off because we're just putting them around these wires. And if you're going to go any shorter, it's going to be harder to work with. So I find the happy medium being 4 inches for these Chenille stems or pipe cleaners. The standard Deco mesh from the Dollar Tree comes in 6-inch rolls, and in length it is 5 yards, as you can see right here. And if we take our 5 yards and divide it by 15 bows, it's going to give us 12 inches, or vice versa. Take the 5 yards, divide it by the 12 inches that we need for each bow, it's going to give us 15 bows. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my mesh up. You can obviously use scissors for this, but I highly recommend this rotary cutter. It just makes things so much easier. We have a little visitor here watching my every move. Apparently we have to make sure that Leo's okay with it. Leo, say hello. To make the bow, I'm going to grab one of my little strips and I'm going to overlay them 1 inch. I recommend a maximum of 1.5 inches, so about 1 inch to 1.5 inches, because if you go any longer, then your bow's going to be just a little bit too small. I'm going to hold it on top and just bring it down. Holding with my finger on top, I'm going to walk from the bottom, going up. And then I'm just going to wrap my pipe cleaner and tighten things up here. Give it 2 twists. After my 2 twists, you can see my bow is 0 fray. And by the way, yes, sometimes when you're making the bow, you can actually get little strays when you were cutting. That's fine. Just grab those, get rid of them. And then your bow is ready to go on your wreath. Let's make another one. I'm overlapping about 1 inch, holding it on top, bringing it straight down, pinching it with my finger, and if you're lefty righty, I'm gonna do it with my other one. I'm ambidextrous, so I can do it with either finger, but I'm just showing you it doesn't matter how you make it. And then this way it's going to come from this side. I'm going to tighten it up, get rid of the fray, tighten it up, and there you go. You have your bow, and now you have the frame that's locked right here, and the other side of the frame that's locked on the inside of the bow, and that's it. Your little bow is ready to go on your wreath. All right, I got my bows all ready to go, and I'm just going to start putting them on just from one side to the other, starting with the loop that goes up. I'm not going to be touching the frame itself, just on these little sections right here. Before I continue, I wanted to kind of break it down. So as we know, we do have 6 sections. Section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. These are the sections that come up from the pumpkin, not the flat ones. We're going to leave the flat ones alone and not touch these. We are going to be putting 15 bows per section, and even though these 4 are much larger than this side, we're not going to be worrying about that. We might push it down because we are going to be decorating this section right here. So even though we're going to have 15, it's going to be more than enough. The most important thing is for these side ones to get filled, because they are going to give our pumpkin the shape. And later on, when we're all done, we're going to actually take the sides right here, or you could do it now, it doesn't matter. And we're going to just kind of push them in and form them, so that way the pumpkin doesn't have anything kind of sticking out, and we're going to keep the shape of a pumpkin. And right here also, just kind of tuck it in. We're working with little bows that will listen to you. And there you go. There's your shape of the pumpkin on the outside. So I'm going to continue and start filling all of these in. And then when I'm all done, that's when we're going to come back and decorate. As I'm filling in my pumpkin, I thought I'd ask you a question. Have you ever made a white pumpkin wreath? And if so, using what? Did you use white mesh like I'm using right now? Or maybe you used some twine, or the mop, the Dollar Tree mop maybe, because it has that white yarn that it's made out of? Let me know in the comments below. For today's Wreath Wednesday, I'm being joined by Brandy. Her YouTube channel is called Making It My Own. I absolutely love Brandy's style. I love her farmhouse DIYs, and she also does an amazing job with her shabby chic and rustic DIYs. So check her out. I will leave her channel in the description box below. And if you are from Brandy's channel, welcome to DIY with Nadia, where we love DIYs and lots of wreaths. All right, you guys, I'm going to fill in the rest of the pumpkin, and I will be right back. Our pumpkin is all done. I'm just going to tuck in the sides, basically kind of shape it like a pumpkin, so nothing's sticking out. If you need to play around and, you know, maybe there's a hole right there, just kind of twist these guys around, make sure it fits nicely and covers everything. There you go. And as you can see on top right here, I have a little bit open. I kind of squished it down, which is just fine. And by the way, this is 6 rolls of the white Deco mesh. And we are going to do a version of my half loop bow. But this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a little bit different. For my ribbon, these are the ones I'm going to use. I'm going to use this orange, then these leaves, and the green. And as you can see, they are going to make a beautiful combo. And we're going to attach it to the top. My half loop bows, I usually do 28 inches in length. So because this is not long enough of a space, what I do is I do 14 inches. Let me kind of move it. 14-inch loops. Measure out my 14 inches. There's my 14-inch loop. And then there you go. There's my measurement of the 28 inches. For each of the ribbon that I'm going to be using, I'm going to be doing only 2 of these 28-inch loops. Next, I'm going to make dovetails. So what I do is just I fold my really long ribbon together and then together again and cut from inside going out. And now to get started on my bow, I'm starting with the green one, and of course I'm facing the outside, which is the prettier side, towards the outside. And as you can see here, the edge kind of folds in on this side. So this is the inside piece. And I'm starting at my mark right here, going to 15 inches. And here I have my 6 inches. So I'm going to 15 inches and folding it back. Where I have my 6 inches right here, this is where I'm actually going to make this bow. So we're going to have a bow, and one tail is going to be longer and the other one is shorter. Next, I'm going to grab the next green one, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to 15, fold it in half, and now I'm just laying them down. I'm going to do the same thing with all of my ribbons. All right, now that all my ribbon is folded the way I need them to, I'm going to grab a chenille wire. You can also use floral wire, whatever you want to use to put this bow together. I'm going to start by using the color that I want in the back, which is this green one. Then we're going to go to the fall leaves, and then this kind of rustic orange. It's such a beautiful color. And by the way, yes, all the ribbon is from the Dollar Tree. So we're starting off by measuring 6 inches. As soon as I get my 6 inches, I'm going to bring it and put it between my thumbs. Then the next one, also 6 inches, I'm going to face it the opposite way. Next, 6 inches, the opposite way of that one. And then so on and so forth until you're all done. Quite easy, right? I'm going to fold it so I know where my place is. But as you can see, each side I have a loop, a longer and a shorter tail, a loop, shorter, longer, loop, shorter, longer, and obviously this side is the exact opposite. Because this is so thick and we want this bow to pop, we are going to cut on the edges right here, and just a little bit. We are not making any serious cuts right here. Literally a 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch, depending on how big your bow is. But just like that, not too much, because you want this bow to stay together. I have my chenille wire right here. Make sure it's in half. And I'm going to bring my bow together and just tighten it up in the back. I didn't do anything special, just put the chenille wire around it and tied it in the back. That's all I did. Next, I'm bringing my pumpkin back up, and now I'm going to attach the bow to the 2 middle rings right here. Just give it a few twists. Then I'm going to put my wire through the stump right here, just to kind of secure it in place. Okay, now I'm just putting my wreath on something, propping up on something, so I can actually see how this is going to turn out. And basically, I want one of my ribbons to go down, and the other one can face up. So the longer one's going to go down, the shorter one is going to go up. I know this kind of does look a little bit chaotic, but trust me, it'll be okay. Alright, you guys, I fluffed my bow out just a little bit. Next, I grabbed these picks. These are both, as you can see, this is Crafter Square. This is Floral Garden, which is from the Dollar Tree. Both of them are from the Dollar Tree. And I just could not make up my mind which one I wanted to go with. But I really like the mums in this one, and then this orange pumpkin. And then I like the fact that this one has just a little bit of twigs, and it does have some of these leaves that are going to match our ribbon. So I decided to use this also, and it has a cute little pumpkin on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a combo of both of these. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring them from the top, and I'm going to bend them right here. So this part that I'm bending right here, this is going to go behind our bow. Right there. And we're going to secure it in place with some floral wire that I have. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this. I'm going to bend it and I'm going to put it behind our bow. And then after I secure it, I'm going to make sure that it's fluffed out the way I want it. I want these, I guess these little twigs or whatever this is supposed to be to kind of flow down. Do you see what I mean? And these berries are going to go down. But right now, let me just secure this in place. And I'm just grabbing my floral wire and I'm just securing it to the back of the pumpkin. And now this is where I'm going to finish up, and especially the small little tails are really going to come up and things are going to get poofed out. Oh, this is going to be so super adorable.